The cabin had fallen into an eerie silence as the piercing voice of a woman in first class shattered every other sound. "This is ridiculous. You two don't belong here. Give her the seat," she screamed, jabbing her finger at the two young black women sitting calmly in the plush VIP seats. Passengers glanced nervously from behind newspapers and phones. A blonde flight attendant hovered, eyes uncertain, torn between service and scandal. The woman wasn't done. She stepped closer, her pearl necklace swinging with every breath. "I said switch seats. The lady standing here is a frequent flyer. She's white, she's elderly, and she deserves it more than you." Before we continue, if you are watching our video for the first time, you're highly welcome to Elliot Stories. Please bless and support us by hitting that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell to get notified for more edifying stories coming your way tomorrow and never to miss any. Share to friends who love stories filled with twist and morals and loved ones who loves respect and justice no matter the cost. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story travels. Also endeavor to stay till the end of this video because there's a special little package for you that you don't want to miss. To our unique constant viewers, our high-esteemed subscribers, lovely new viewers, and our first-time subscribers, thank you for being part of our growth. The older white woman was determined, though her target remained silent. Zara and Ziri, twins in their early 30s, both wore custom-tailored beige suits and held themselves with grace. Their faces remained unreadable as the woman grew more agitated. One of the flight attendants tried to intervene, whispering to the woman, but she brushed her off, now leaning across the armrest. "Maybe you made a mistake during booking," she sneered at the twins. "Or maybe these seats were reserved for someone of status." Zara raised a brow slowly. Her voice was calm, crisp. "We didn't make a mistake. You did." The cabin crew grew increasingly uncomfortable, but none acted. Zoe pulled out her phone silently and tapped a few times. In seconds, the call connected. "Hello, Dad? We're being asked to leave our seats because we're apparently not deserving of them." The cabin went cold. Passengers stirred, phones went up. A few began recording. Even the entitled woman faltered slightly, but her pride held her mouth open. The captain was alerted. Meanwhile, at the other end of the line, in a soundproof executive lounge, a calm voice replied, "What airline is this?" Zoe answered without hesitation. "GlobalX. Flight 742 to San Francisco. First class." The voice on the other end belonged to none other than Theodore James Maxwell, CEO of Maxwell Conglomerates, primary shareholder of GlobalX Airways, and father to the twins. "Tell the attendant to expect a call in 30 seconds, he said. The scene froze. The white woman still stood tall, trying to cover her growing nervousness by tapping her heels. The crew stiffened when the intercom buzzed. A flight supervisor from the terminal picked up the phone. "You have a situation on board," she confirmed quietly. "Well, brace yourself. That situation involves the airline's primary funder. He's on the line. Now." The next 10 minutes happened like a movie. A team of GlobalX executives rushed to the airport control tower. The plane, which was taxiing, was recalled. Ground crew secured the runway as the aircraft slowly rolled back. Inside, murmurs turned to gasps. The white woman now looked pale. Zoe tucked her phone back into her bag and smiled at her sister. 10 minutes, she whispered. Sure enough, moments later, the head of the airline's customer service, 2 federal air marshals, and 3 uniformed officials boarded the plane. "May we speak to passengers seated in 1A and 1B?" one official asked respectfully. Zara nodded. "We apologize deeply for this mistreatment," he said. Then he turned sharply to the cabin crew and the woman still standing beside the twins. "We have reviewed the footage and passenger logs. Your behavior," he pointed to the woman, "was discriminatory and entirely against the values of this airline." Then, to the entire plane, he declared, "This flight will be delayed until this matter is resolved." Passengers erupted in whispers. The entitled woman was escorted off the plane. The lead flight attendant, the one who refused to stand up earlier, was asked to surrender her badge immediately. 2 other crew members followed. Passengers cheered. One man stood up and clapped. About time someone with power checked this nonsense. Zara and Ziri said nothing. They didn't need to. But the twist was yet to come. The woman who had demanded their seats turned out to be the wife of a retired politician. She later tried to make a statement to the media claiming her request was misunderstood and she only wanted to help an elderly passenger. The airline released full footage proving otherwise. A viral video hit YouTube hours later with over 10 million views. Title: Twins asked to switch VIP seats, but one call got an entire airline crew fired. In the following weeks, Theodore Maxwell issued a public statement emphasizing that no one, regardless of race, background, or age, should ever feel lesser on a flight or anywhere else. He added, "We don't just move planes. We move people with dignity." GlobalX introduced mandatory equity and bias training for all its flight crew and executives. The story gained international attention. Talk shows debated it. Educators used it in universities as a case study in ethical treatment and systemic bias. As for Zara and Zuri, they never posted a word on social media. They didn't have to. Their presence, composed, unshaken, and intelligent, spoke volumes. Weeks later, Zara was spotted delivering a keynote at a global leadership conference in Berlin, and Zee began working with youth in tech innovation programs across Africa and the Caribbean. What the world thought was a flight incident became a cultural wake-up call. It wasn't just about who deserved to sit in first class. It was about who deserved to be respected. This story isn't fiction. This is the kind of moment that happens too often but rarely gets called out. Until now. Moral lesson: never judge a person by their skin, their silence, or their seat. Kindness costs nothing, but ignorance can cost everything, including your job. This story was humbly crafted and brought to you by Elliot Stories. Catch you on the next one. Elliot Stories appreciates you all.